A couple days ago, I mumbled something because Mojo about something that I did with R.L. many years ago. So I dedicated it to Mojo Kiss because he asked. Wanted to know about some of my stories with R.L. So I'll try to make it a little bit clearer. So when I went down there, I was playing harmonica and hanging out with R.L. and learning, how to play music. So. That's what I was doing in Mississippi, learning how to play harmonica and guitar, and learning from the great R.L. Burnside, and other people, Junior Kimbrough, Johnny Woods, great harmonica player, Junior Kimbrough, guitar player, Mighty Joe Ayers, Little Joe Ayers, George Scales, Jackson, Dwayne Burnside, everybody I could run into played. And I really had wanted to meet Fred McDowell, but he died in 1971 when I was 15, and I didn't get the chance. I did meet his wife, though 7 years later, his second wife, and that was very cool. But anyway, so this particular day, somehow I had a contact and set up something in Memphis, and we were on our way to the River City Jazz Club. So. On our way to the River City Jazz Club, though we play blues, it was alright, because Eileen, I can't remember her last name, said that was okay, so she wanted to see us, and meet us and talk to R.L. about maybe bringing this band as kids, play, or maybe duo, so I don't know. We were going to go check it out. So anyway, we get in the car, and we need some gas money. Because he's about 40 miles from Memphis, where he lived at, near Holly Springs. So we had a guitar, I forgot what kind, I think it was I forgot what kind. It was this cheap guitar, electric, and then he had his 45s from his record label, High Water, with his family band. So we took it to a pawn shop, picked up some money, I forgot what we got, maybe $20-$30. Most of it had to go into the gas tank, so anyway, but then we realized, the 45s are in there, and then I went to get them out of there before the lady put the guitar back on her shelf, the pawn shop, and she snapped it out of my hands. I grabbed it. She said, "No, that's for the whole thing." And I'm thinking, you bitch. God, man. Greedy little bitch. Not giving us hardly anything anyway for the guitar. So anyway, we went and we went down the road, up I-55, got into Memphis, drove around a little bit, found the place, River City Jazz. Oh no, before we got to Memphis, we stopped at R.L.'s friend's place, O.D. He had a juke joint out in the middle of the middle of the field, really, not the woods, but it was in Nesbitt, Mississippi. That's close to Memphis, but very much the country. And we played, I think we brought in did we play? Yeah, we played a little bit, and then it was daytime. And then O.D. said, "Hey, come on back tonight, when you're passing back through again, It's going to be rocking." I think it was Friday night, actually. "Yeah, come on back and play tonight, we'll fix you up." And by that, I guess he meant with maybe some money, but I don't know for sure. But drinking, isn't they crazy? No, it isn't crazy. It's just a casual gig, so. Just for fun. But just the same, O.D. was just a really cool dude, and he ran that juke joint. It's a little place, little wood framed house, kind of bar, and then beyond it, maybe 50 feet beyond it, there was a lean-to and a crap table. They ran dice all over. So there's that, and they had a jukebox in there as well, and I had been there off and on through the summer. It was a great place, and But we got to Memphis to Eileen's, and we had a really nice conversation with her, and she was just a really sweet, middle-aged black woman, and she just wanted to help R.L. out as she could, and she gave us drinks and everything, and well, it just felt good to be around somebody like that. That was so generous, and I wanted to help. So anyway, we say goodbye. Yeah, we said goodbye to Eileen, and sort of sad. It would have been fun to play that night there, but it didn't happen. I don't even know if we even brought it up, but we're leaving. We're walking back to the car. I had a big old Plymouth, and at that time in '82, the gas prices weren't so horrible, and it ran pretty well. So before we got to the car, these two guys come up to us. They're dressed in suits, and I thought, oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Not Indians or Mexicans, but two white gentlemen, if you call them that, in middle age, and come up to us. They say, hey, what you up to? And I said, who are you? Hello. And we're detectives with Memphis Police. Oh, yeah? Okay. What you doing here? Well, we just came to look for work. What kind of work? Music work. Where at? Eileen's River City Jazz Club. What's this about? Officer. Detective. Detective, what's this about? Well, that detective, he makes it sound like, oh, wait, they got a call from there. Wait, just a minute, we got a buzz, we gotta check on our car. Another call's coming in. We'll get back to you, don't go anywhere. In fact, why don't you just keep an eye on the bed? Okay. So anyway, that's what's happening. The buzzer goes off, and in his car, and the one guy goes back there. Well, it didn't really happen like that. I had to make it up because the buzzer went off on my oven, and I am cooking some pad thai in there. But it could have happened like that. Nonetheless, these two detectives, that was for real, the real part. They were there, and they wanted to know what we were up to, the motherfuckers. We're minding our own business, and minding our own business, wanting to go get back in our car, drive quietly out of Memphis, thinking, well, it was nice to see Eileen, nice to get out of go for a ride, whatever, see what happens with this. Go and see what God gives us with this. Okay, before that happens, though, the detectives go, you're not allowed to be in. What do you mean we're not allowed to be in Memphis? Not allowed to be because you ain't got enough money. How much money do you have? How do you know we don't have enough money? How much do you have? $7, $8. That's not enough. Not for two people, not to be here. Now get out of here or we're going to run you in. What for? Vagrancy. 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 Get going. That's the way it was. Vagrancy. Get going. All right. Get in the car. We have about a quarter tank of gas. And we got going. And we went down to OD's. And it's pretty pissed off about it. We've all been through all this stuff much more than although I had plenty of trouble with the cops in my life by then. I was 27. It almost got to be laughable in Carlsbad, California when I was 19. Because I don't know, and it just seemed like I always had problems with the cops. Sometimes bigger problems and sometimes earlier, not in my life, worse problems, and sometimes, I don't know, whatever. But I managed to never get thrown in prison or put in jail for any length of time. Only when I was in my early 40s did I go to jail for the first time for a few days at King County, but it's over the dope thing. But nonetheless, I was fortunate. But, okay, so we get to OD's, and how that came up, I don't even know. I'm talking about the jail thing. But we get to OD's, and, the vagrancy thing and whatever, when they run us in. Well, anyway, that was fun. We're at OD's, and we come back, and we have a good, I guess I had another guitar, a better guitar, and then my harmonicas, so start to play. You know, he's doing his see my jumper hanging out on the line. See my jumper hanging out on the line. Nobody, he's a friend of mine. I see my jumper hanging out on the line. See my jumper hanging out on the line. Looking white line there, I done gone to my mind. I'm sitting here wondering where you are. I'm sitting here wondering where you are. I'm drinking white line, done gone to my mind. I'm sitting here drinking white line. Wondering where you are. Oh, I'm sitting here drinking white line, and it's done gone to my mouth. Oh, see my jumper hanging out on the line. Oh, see my jumper hanging out on the line. See my jumper hanging on the line. Nobody, she's a friend of mine. And that is R.L. Triple the line, and in no way did he ever sing it like that. And God, I hope it's okay, roll Mr. Roll up there in heaven. I did it the way, well, I felt like doing it. But he did do something like... I'm falling, baby, on my mind. Ain't but love for women each and every time. That's my mother and my wife, my husband. Oh, wait, that's not at all the right way. Sorry, I screwed that up. I was going to go back over it. He did not love his husband because he was the husband. And this ain't the modern times. This was 1982. It was a little different situation. Oh, forgive me. Ain't but four women I ever loved in my life. That's more like it. Ain't but four women, baby, I ever loved in my life. That's my mother and my daughter, my sweetheart and my wife. Ain't but for women, baby, I never cared for. I ain't but for women, baby, I always did care for. Not never, but always. That's my mother and my daughter, my sweetheart and my wife. That's one of my own verses. I'm going down to the station, catch the fastest train I found. I'm going down to the station, catch the fastest train I found. I'm gonna find my 4 women till the track run out of luck. Ain't but 4 women, baby, I ever loved in my life. Ain't but 4 women I have loved in my life. That's my mother and my daughter, my sweetheart. That's my mother and my daughter, my sweetheart. That's my mother and my daughter, my sweetheart and my love. So that's more like it. Like we did that song. That was always fun. I have to remember the words. Anyway, so we get to playing, and there's a guy in a big fedora, big huge guy. He had a fedora, and he's looking at me like at this big bar, like, what the hell is that white motherfucker doing here? Well, everybody else was black. I was white. I stood out like a ghost. However, it's cool. Some places R.L. would not bring me, and other places, he would. Just too bad the way the world is. But anyway, that was welcome there, and Odie liked me, and I liked Odie. And anyway, somebody handed me a piece of chicken, and I said, here's your pay, champ. That's not what it was. That's okay, man. It was a laid-back night, And we started to play. We're playing more and more. It's had a nice time. But then, in between songs, some young girls, they walked into a jukebox, and R.L. said, hey, you see what they're doing? I said, look, yeah. And they put some money in, and out comes, Song of the Times, 1982 style. And, kind of looked at Roll and shook our heads like, God, man, no respect. No respect, man. These women, they didn't ask, they didn't go to R.L., they didn't say, hey, would you mind if during the break if we play some music? Because that's all totally cool. Were we taking a break? No, we weren't taking a break. We were in the middle of playing. No respect. But that was kind of the reality of the fact that the younger black folk around that area did not like Country Blues much. The few parties I went to with R.L., that they went there, the picnics, they would let R.L. play 4 or 5 songs, be solo. The rest would be disco and that kind of stuff, It's kind of sad when we played any local gigs, no pay, just a few dollars, some liquor, You had to go away and find jobs at blues societies or clubs that maybe paid $150 and just some mixed club, whatever. You had to go. Nobody around there. Here, these great blues players were there, but nobody paid them any money because there wasn't much money around. But also, they were just sort of taken for granted, playing this old style. You had to find the world where the music was wanted and loved and appreciated. And that's what people have been doing for many years, documenting it down there. And people like me heard about it through those kind of people. You know, when I first went to Mississippi, I was not looking for blues players. I was 14 years old. My sister had just gotten married, and she was living on Air Force, or near off an Air Force base with her husband. They were 21, I was 14, and yeah, they invited me down, and I was wanted to go there, but I was looking for snakes. Why am I saying that? I was looking for snakes. Yes, pet snakes. Although I heard there were so many poisonous snakes in the area, I was kind of like jumpy in the woods. However, I was certainly not looking for blues players. But then I got older and began to appreciate that music. And I certainly was looking for them later on in life. Not much longer either, like a few years later. And those girls should have had more respect, no matter what they thought of the music. R.L. was their elder by 30 years, and they just didn't even bother saying, hey, sir, or, excuse me, sir, can we put on some music? Are you all taking a break? Everyone would have said, no problem. But anyway, they put on this music, and then we wander out back towards the crap game. And I don't know, I think we gotten some stuff somewhere. We gotten some sardines, like that. We had sardines and crackers or something. We didn't have much money left. But he's watching. It's like a lean-to, like I said. There's I think a light surrounded by a paper bag, light bulb. So it's lit up enough, to see what's going on. There was maybe 5, 6 players playing, other people watching them. And there's, a railing around the place, like a cowboy type railing. And so we're leaning up against it, watching these guys, and he said, you got any money? And I said, $3 or something, $2. And he goes, oh, that ain't enough. And then I thought, I thought of that $5 I'd been hiding in my wallet for emergencies. Because I don't even know if we had any money. We maybe stopped, or maybe just a couple dollars. I had hidden a $5 bill, though, just because of whatever. Because we're constantly running out of gas down there, and whatever. In case it would buy me a few gallons worth of gas anyway. So I had this $5 hidden, and I said, well, would $5 help? And he goes, he nodded his head, yeah, that'd be okay. I said, okay, and I gave him the $5 bill, and then he got into the crap game and did his thing. I don't know how to play craps. I don't understand it, I liked blackjack, but anyway, I could see where the fun would be in craps. But anyway, he said, we'll take the $5, did his bet, whatever they do, whatever they say. He's rolling the dice, people are betting on him. And he's coming up a winner. About 5, 6, 7 rolls later, he goes, okay, let's get out of here. I said, well, you're winning, let's get out of here. You're winning, let's get out of here. Okay. All right, man. $75, and we wander away, and then before that, this big black woman, she's going, oh, you country ass nigger, you just lucky, because she's losing on him. But other people are going, yeah, go on, roll them dice, get them false skipping, sneak out, no, 7, anyway, the whole routine, whatever they say. But this woman was pissed off, you country ass nigger, you just lucky. Okay. Anyway, he was lucky in more ways than I even knew at that moment. So we wandered there to the club, to the joint, and we said goodbye to OD and, thank him for his hospitality, because he drinks and giving us drinks and everything. And then we go outside getting ready to go, and OD knows you'll see us again because we were back and forth. And somebody says, oh, you got to be careful because the cops are all around here at this time of the night. And he drew us a map in the dirt of how to avoid them, But before that, I'd forgotten this part. On the way to Memphis, I had asked Roll. I said something like, "Hey, Roll, did you ever happen to shoot a guy or kill a guy?" Because I heard this story, and he didn't say much about it. But then, at that time, driving. But then after this guy drew this map in the dust, helping us avoid the cops, and we're back in the car driving. He goes, "Why did you ask me if I ever, killed somebody. And I said, Calvin mentioned that. We were picking peas. And he said, just sort of casually mentioned about, you had to, defend yourself rather than kill somebody, shoot somebody. And, that you survived and the other guy didn't, So I'm, whatever. And I just was curious, that's all. And no big deal. Well, he says, Bill says, sometimes it's just not a choice, You just got to kill a man or die yourself. That's basically what he told me. But we never talked much about it, I think it was a self-defense thing. When R.L. was with Fat Possum Records, they made a big deal of it in the sense that, Mr. Badass, shooting damn missiles, and R.L. had that saying, apparently, I just shot the motherfucker, him die, I know it's between he and his Lord. So, it's like Mr. Tough Ass Badass, just shooting the motherfucker, with his hot shot pistol. Well, the fact is, there's lots of guns down there, lots of guns, and they go off real easy, and there's lots of people at Parchment Farm that have killed people, and R.L. was one of them, but then he got out early, because he had a boss that managed to go down there and convince the people that he needed R.L. to run his tractor for him during the hay season. So somehow, in the world of Mississippi and Parchment Farm and white boss owners and landowners and R.L. being a great hay tractor driver, they got him out after a few years of I think it was manslaughter or second degree or something, because definitely the guy I think pulled a gun. That's what he said, if a guy pulls a gun, sometimes you got to kill him, which is true if you're in that situation, But I didn't, it wasn't my business. I don't know what R.L. did, good or for bad. I'm glad he was there. It would be a huge waste of talent if R.L. had gotten killed. And the reason why I suppose the guy challenged R.L. and why R.L. killed the guy was, I suppose it was the same reason why R.L. won his $75. And I asked him, well, how did you win that fast? And he goes, well, I got those crazy dice. And I would imagine, if I was going to bet on it, if I could go back to the 1950s and bet, I'd say, hey, man, I bet you $100 that guy came after you and challenged you, and then you had to shoot him dead, because I bet you had some of those crazy dice too, didn't you, roll? And he'd probably say, he wouldn't say one way or the other, but he'd just go, ha, 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 and I'd know. So that's what what happened. Anyway, and we were lucky, because no doubt every one of those people in that joint, except for me, R.L. had a pistol, but he had it hidden in the car. I didn't have a gun. It just wasn't me. Anyway, we got home that night. After we drove home, we avoided the cops, and we get there, and his wife's pretty mad, and so we're getting, it's definitely been a bluesy day and evening and early morning. Sun's not up, but it's summertime. It's not going to be up. It's going to be up pretty soon. It's about 3:30, 4 in the morning. His house is against the woods, shack against the woods, whatever you want to call it. And there's big soybean fields next to it. They're getting to be big, starting to look like an ocean of green. Miss Lenny is where they get their water. It's about a quarter mile down the dirt road. But we're at the end of the woods. We're at the end of the night, end of the day, early in the morning. They're starting of the day or the end of our day. And he gets out, and she's pretty mad, Miss Alice. I sit outside. I was sleeping in my car. And my dog walks up to me. She's been staying there with me. And my old lab setter, she's like about 14 then. But she's hanging in there, and she walks up to me and says hello. And she kind of wants to know where I've been too, but I think Miss Alice was the one that could understand loud and clear. I don't give a damn. Where you been? And then R.L. knocked over. Oh, turn on the lamp. He goes, look at that lamp over. I don't give a goddamn little lamp. Where are you and John been? Well, just here and there and looking for work, like we told you, Uh-huh. 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 Well, I ain't hardly any excuse. Well, okay. I'm here and sort of smiling, thinking, man, what a crazy world, you know? Where the hell am I? And then all of a sudden, to the guitar, to the window, I hear this guitar and voice, and it's going, I don't need no heater, fireplace. I got my woman. She keeps me cherry red. I don't need no heater, fireplace. I got my woman. She keeps me cherry red. I don't need no heater, fireplace. I got my woman and she keeps me cherry red. I don't need no heat or fireplace. I got my woman and she keeps me cherry red. I don't need no heater, fireplace. I don't need no heater, fireplace. I got my woman, she keep me cherry red. And that's the sound I heard coming out that open window, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, where am I? How lucky am I to be here with R.L. Burnside and his family on this August early morning, 1982. My dog Cindy's with me. We got out, escaped the place for a day, which is cool with all due respect. I'm so glad, though, to be here. I love these people. I love R.L. Sure glad you let me be here, man. But this whole thing of, like, hearing this song, you know. I don't need no heal fireplace. I've got my woman, and she keep me cherry red. Yeah, I was lucky. Sure was lucky. Roll, Miss Alice, his sweet wife. I loved y'all. And rest in peace. And thank you for letting me be there with you.